All right, guys. Our last and final match of the day is kicking off now that Byron Frezzo has made his appearance here on Championship Court. Zane Navratil and J.W. Johnson will be squaring off for the gold and silver medal here in men's pro singles. Lauren McLaughlin here, along with Dominic Catalano in the booth. Byron, throwing stuff. Byron Frezzo, our head referee here at the APP. Making a rare appearance, actually reffing. He's always so busy, Dom, doing a million other things. It's always exciting to get him actually on court to ref a match, so very excited to have him here. Welcome, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us all weekend. This will be our final match of the weekend here at the APP Tour's New Jersey Open. An amazing single match coming up. These two, of course, have played each other several times now, so no stranger to each other's games. We'll see who's going to come out on top here. Zane Navratil coming through the upper half of our very deep men's singles bracket today.
30 gentlemen.
Gentlemen and scholars, all of them. I mean, I don't know them all personally, so that's probably incorrect, but, you know, benefit of the doubt. So Zane Navratil, if he wins this 2 out of 3 portion of our gold medal match, he will be our gold medalist. But if J.W. Johnson is able to take 2 out of the next 3 games, if it comes to that, it will force a tiebreaker match to 15, as he is coming out of the bronze medal. We're into the action now. Navratil on the far end, Johnson on the near end. These are number 1 and 2 seeds here in the bracket, so no surprise having them in our final.
That's a great job by J.W. Johnson. Again, making sure he gets there in time and able to take this ball out of the air and not let Navratil recover. Beautiful job by J.W. Johnson.
J.W. Johnson has seen that Navratil serve enough times now that he handles it pretty well. Every once in a while, he'll give him a little bit of trouble, but for the most part, he's gotten a handle on it, so.
Wow, great job by J.W. Johnson holding that shot, making Navratil think he's going to flip flat there. And Johnson pulls back cross court. No answer from Navratil. Good drop from Navratil on the drop from J.W. Johnson.
It's almost like Johnson wasn't going to, he was like, oh, I don't think I can get for that. But then at the last second, he was like, oh, no, I think I can. And then got there, but then he kind of was like, oh, no, I'm not going to get that next one. Ooh.
That was dirty from J.W. Johnson.
Johnson out 3-0 here in game 1 of our gold medal match. Wow.
Good job there from Navratil. Again, same thing, being able to get this ball here out of the air, get J.W. Johnson leaning to his forehand. Johnson giving Navratil fits here already early in this gold medal match.
He has been sitting a little while. That is the one downside. You get a little extra time to rest if you go straight to the gold medal match, but because of that, that means you're, you know, not staying warm and loose as you're playing, where J.W. Johnson has that bronze medal match that he came out on top of. So he's had, you know, not as long of a break here in between playing. We'll see if Navratil takes a little while to get going, which we're certainly seeing here.
Yeah, and I did not expect this right here at all. I would not have been a betting man to put money on a 5-0 J.W. Johnson lead early in game number 1.
Well, certainly without a point from Navratil.
Right.
An unanswered 5-0 run here.
Yeah, and J.W. Johnson still serving here. Up 5-0 here in game number 1. We had mentioned it before that Navratil coming out of the winner's bracket, he does have that game to 15 in his back pocket if he needs it. So that is there.
We'll see if Navratil can kind of right the ship here in game 1, or if Johnson will just roll through to a game 2. Both these players love to get to the net. We're going to see a lot of cat and mouse at the net between these two guys.
JW does such a good job of playing one ball very hard and then all of a sudden just slowing everything up. So does a good job of making adjustments on the fly and quickly. Excuse me. There's Zane Navratil on the board there with the two-handed backhand down the line for the winner. Navratil, great recovery. Unfortunately can't do much with that last ball as Johnson pins him back up against the baseline. Good hands from Navratil, putting Johnson way back at the baseline.
Definitely the right time to do that little drop volley right over the net is when the previous shot took your opponent past the baseline and they're kind of still recovering.
Navratil there on the move on the slide. Unfortunately, not able to get enough on that to get that over. Just wide there. He attempted around the post from Navratil as he's trying to get there in full move.
that was a beaut right there from Navratil, who seems to be regaining his footing just a little here. He's come back from deficits larger than this, so that one just wide. Beautiful lob. We saw that earlier today from him too a couple times.
Watch this, just pull this out. Great spot. And it was
unexpected completely.
And he did the same thing against J.W. Johnson earlier.
Nice read from Navratil.
Oh, Navratil needs to pull that just a little further cross court.
Some big defense going on there, though, from Navratil on a couple huge overheads from Johnson.
Good cover by Navratil on the around the post from J.W. Johnson.
It works out, but I don't know if that was the correct time to bring him to the net. That little drop over the net, I mean, Johnson's not very far. He's very quick. So he's a little hit or miss on that one.
Nice ball from Navratil. First one really hard. Second one took something off it. And again, that dipping drive right there from Navratil. Beautiful shot, and he's getting right back in this first game. Free point there for J.W. Johnson off the return of serve from Navratil. J.W. doing such a good job with the Navratil serve. Again, he swings through it, he hits it, doesn't baby it, and he started to see it more and more. So the more he sees it, the more accustomed he becomes to it. Wow, the miss hit from J.W. Johnson on the drop causes the confusion. What a ball from J.W. Johnson here. Watch this two-hander here as he just hits a clean winner. Bullet past Zane Navratil. And a timeout here from Navratil, down 9-3 in game one. Something's got to change here for Zane. Going into the end of this first game and the beginning of this second game, or else we're looking at a game to 15.
I think Navratil's doing a much better job now, kind of keeping a little more even. Johnson was kind of running away with it in the beginning, and I think Navratil has kind of slowed down his rolling over him, but he has not stopped Johnson from putting points on the board. So it's happening a little slower now, but still happening. So Navratil is just not able to answer at this point. All right, 9-3 back from this jigsaw hydration break.
Just wide, a rare miss from J.W. Johnson. Nice ball there from Zane Navratil cross court. Needs a few more of those to get back in this.
You saw a nice silent, subdued kind of fist pump from Navratil after that, but he knows he's still got work to do, so.
Nice work.
It's like, okay, I'm getting there, I'm getting there. We'll definitely see him get a little louder if he can close this gap even more.
Yeah, point by point, 1 point at a time. Don't try and get a bunch at once because you can't. Got to get one at a time here. And he just keeps doing that right there. So went from down 9-3 to down 9-6.
I'd love to see a timeout from Johnson right now.
I think he's waiting one more here. If he gives up another one, we'll get one. Especially on a winner from Navratil. Good hold. Wow, two great blocks there from Navratil. The second one I thought was behind him already.
Navratil in the same breath says, no, good return. Upset himself, but also complimenting Johnson. There is a little wind picking up right now too, Dom, that wasn't there in the beginning of this game, so you wonder if that is affecting the way these balls are flying at any point.
Game point here. Nice carve job right there from Zane Navratil as he just cuts that ball beautifully down into the kitchen. Too much of an angle for Johnson to get there. Another good passing shot from Navratil. Watch him set up this forehand. He runs around it here. And he's got, oh, just a little slight hitch there from Johnson. Lean into the left. That's all it takes. Navratil winning that little cat and mouse right there. And timeout from J.W. Johnson with a 2-point lead here. But Navratil fighting his way back after he was down 9-3. And he goes on a 5-1 run here to get right back in this first game.
It's not over till it's over, so Navratil still fighting here, like you said. 1 point at a time. It's not enough to just hold off Johnson. He's got to put those points on the board himself, and he's certainly doing a much better job now than in the beginning of this game. And you just have to wonder if it's kind of that he's been sitting a long time, if it just took him a little longer to get going. And at this point, is it enough? Has Johnson already pulled away too much here in game one? Or can Navratil overcome? If not, he certainly has plenty of momentum going into game number 2.
Good timeout from J.W. Johnson as he holds serve.
he guesses right. He's there, and he just dumps in the paddle, but excellent effort from Navratil. He comes back from a pretty big deficit, but Johnson out in front too much and just able to close out that game one. So now Navratil will have some work to do here in game number 2. We'll take a short break and be right back for that second game. Welcome back, everyone. Our final match of the tournament is underway right now. It is our men's pro singles gold medal match. Zane Navratil is taking on J.W. Johnson. J.W. Johnson comes out on top in game number 1, 11-7. Byron Frezzo about to call our players back to court here for game number 2. If J.W. Johnson is able to win either this game or the next, he will force that tiebreaker match to 15, as he was knocked out by Zane Navratil in the winner bracket final down into the bronze medal, where he defeated John Sincola. So congrats to John, our bronze medalist. Now these two guys fighting for gold and silver.
Good start there for Navratil. He needs that more than anything right now, because he got in a funk early against Johnson, got down big, had to fight his way back to get in that match, but was just too little too late, unfortunately.
Navratil is very pleased that went long, because he was in trouble. Ooh. Big serve from Navratil. Taking that out of the air. Good decision. Very Rafa Hewitt-esque. All right, so Navratil definitely coming out much better here in game 2. Out early 3-0 over J.W. Johnson. Said sometimes, even if you mention all the time, Dom, sometimes even if you don't win a game, gaining that momentum to go into the next one can be critical.
Yes. And that's exactly what Navratil is feeding off of right now, is that momentum he gained in the end of game 1, using it here in game 2. It's a totally different Navratil here in the start of game 2 than the start of game 1. Cross-court winner here from Navratil. He jumps the sideline, beautiful shot.
Oh, tries to take that out of the air, but it was very ambitious to try to do so. He definitely, I think, would have been better off letting that bounce. As you can see, it didn't work out when he tried to take it out of the air. Again, that wind is picking up a little here. Essentially behind J.W. Johnson, so his balls are going to carry a little longer if he isn't careful. And Navratil's excuse me, are going to be held up a little in the wind.
Oh, has that right there. He just needs to get that up and over. Nice hard drive there from J.W. Johnson, putting the pressure on Navratil.
Oh,
good angle.
Another Ernie.
It's all about the angle with Navratil. If he can create that angle, and what he does, he likes to jump that sideline. And Ernie, to create such a tight angle, if he can hit that hard and down, next to impossible when your opponent is either mid-court or further back.
Tries for that around the post. Not quite there.
Too good there from J.W. Johnson.
I think he missed it.
Oh, just misses it, yeah.
Misses it. I thought I saw Navratil point out. I think he thought it was going in too.
Pressure from J.W. Johnson right there.
Now it's Johnson that had the slow start, but he's working his way back here. Oh, well. Has tied it up here at 4, though. Always a close match when these two play each other.
Great drop shot there from Navratil. Changing things up, going drop shot. Causing Johnson to have to hit up on that. Big forehand from J.W. Johnson right there. Johnson with the two-handed backhand passing shot. Navratil thought it was going to be long or wide. He gets it right there. Wow, watch J.W. Johnson move here. Wait, wait, wait. Boom, just punch that around the post. Beautifully.
He didn't even look like he tried. He was just kind of like, oh, I'm going to go get that, guys.
That's just his demeanor in general.
So effortless. All right, so Navratil not able to fight back all the way in game one. And after what seemed like a commanding lead and start here in game two is gone.
Yeah.
Johnson now with the 1-point lead. Navratil with the serve though at 6-7 here in game two.
Good spot there from J.W. Johnson on the offensive shot. From a low position, pulls the trigger, goes right at the right armpit or chicken wing of Zane Navratil.
I certainly don't want to say this loud enough for Zane to hear me while he's playing, but while he was waiting ahead of time, he joked around that knowing him and his track record, he was probably going to get double dipped.
I wasn't saying anything.
And he might regret ever uttering those words out loud. He has sadly played in, I think, far too many tiebreaker matches to 15 for his liking.
That's a nice drive right there.
I agree. I agree with Zane.
Upset with himself that he's not getting that ball down. Good leave from Navratil. Ball's punished. The overhead here from J.W. Johnson.
Of course, regardless of how this game turns up, there's more pickleball to be played. J.W. wins this, we play a tiebreaker match to 15. If Zane wins it, we head to a game 3. And then also possibly a match to 15. So either way, this is not the final game of this gold medal match. There will be more pickleball played after this. Seven, 8 here in game 2. That point huge for Navratil. We have a ball change. I'm not sure if it's cracked or just has a soft spot, but Navratil giving that ball to Byron to confirm.
JW doing a very thorough inspection on that ball.
Of course.
J.W. Johnson just doing such a good job of holding his ground up at the kitchen line. But the best part about it is what he's doing and how he's handling the Navratil serve. Oh, that ball, Navratil cuts it. And we can see from our angle right here is that as soon as he cuts that, the ball just dives back into the net.
If it doesn't, Johnson's there.
Yeah.
Just that tiny bit of backspin that pulled that ball out. Oh, and a error from Johnson.
Oh, he tried to punish that ball for a winner.
As we've seen him do many times already this match. So Navratil breathes a very big sigh of relief on that one. Oh, and another error. Gives Navratil the game point here. All right, Navratil asking our ref Byron Frezzo how many timeouts he has left. He has both of them. So he decides to take that offensive timeout, which we've seen a lot this weekend due to the heat and just the exertion on these.
But yeah, again, you're using it at a key moment here. I mean, Navratil needs this game so that it can go to a third game here, not to straight to the game to 15. So wants to get his legs back under him, wants to rest, relax, focus on that next point, because if he gets his next point, then we're set and going to that third game.
The offensive timeout's a little tricky, Dom. In this situation in particular, Johnson's made a couple errors these last few points, and Navratil essentially gave him a little gift of a reset himself.
Right.
So he can refocus, recommit to, I don't want to make those errors.
Right, it's a two-way street.
It's a risk.
Yeah, it's a risk, but I do like it, especially with the way the conditions have played all weekend. Wow, again the angle from Navratil, able to cut that ball down with the backhand. He's got a second game point.
Oh my gosh.
Watch this forehand winner on the heels.
He's so far off the court, just drops it right over the net. Gorgeous way to finish a game right there. So we will indeed go to that third game, 2-11, here in our 2 out of 3 portion of our gold medal match. If Navratil is able to win this third game, he'll be our gold medalist. If J.W. Johnson comes out on top, we will have that tiebreaker match to 15. Our players will switch ends at 6 in this third game. Give them an opportunity on both sides of the court. So if there were theoretically an advantage on one side or the other, both players have a shot at it. Again, Lauren McLaughlin and Dominic Catalano here at the APP Tour New Jersey Open. This is our final match of the weekend. It has been a pleasure. We'll take this quick moment to just give a big thank you to our sponsors: New Peepo, USA Pickleball, LSI Lighting, pickleballtournaments.com, Head Pickleball, Onyx Pickleball, pickleballcentral.com, Kitsch Pickleball, Vulcan Pickleball, Zealous Insoles, Hudef, Franklin Pickleball, and C&D Pickleball Nets. Oh, and of course, Jigsaw Health. And Hawaiian Springs. Okay, now I think I got them all. We can't do this without sponsors, so a big thank you to them. They make it possible to be able to put these great tournaments on, along with all of the volunteers and people behind the scenes at the tournament desk, our refs, ref coordinators. It takes a village, Dom, to put on these pickleball tournaments, and it's no easy task. So a big thank you to everybody behind the scenes. And of course, to you guys at home for watching.
Navratil starts out hot here again. Trying to end this in the 2 out of 3. Does not want to go and pull that game to 15 out of his pocket. Goes to the same spot, but J.W. Johnson there that time.
Just a silent thumbs up from Navratil. Basically being like, yep, that was good, and great shot.
All tied up early in game number 3. Or yes.
2-1.
Ah.
Definitely feels like Navratil has been the streakier player of these two in these 3 games so far in this match. Just kind of hot and cold.
Yeah, and
very suddenly.
Get the forehand passing shot here from J.W. Johnson. Beautiful. Just out of the reach of Navratil, and then timeout here from Zane Navratil after Johnson extends his lead to 3 here in game 3, trying to force that game to 15 here in the gold medal match.
Both these players are just playing so well, but
streaky.
Not consistently.
No, just streaky.
Nobody has been playing great the whole time. They're going on runs. They're kind of battling back and forth. But it does really seem like Navratil is kind of, he'll get hot, and then JW gets hot, and then Navratil almost seems to be needing to get himself out of those sticky situations a little bit more often.
Right. So far this match, absolutely.
Like he would like to come out strong and stay strong, but it's just not happening this match so far. So he's leaving that door open for J.W. Johnson, who's just so consistent as a player.
Nice job from Navratil after the timeout, coming out and getting that side out right away. But now just can't capitalize right now. And again, like I said, it's the streakiness of these two players in the game, in this game. Wow, great shot from Navratil as Johnson was sitting on the backhand. Navratil went to the forehand. Johnson wasn't expecting it. Oh yeah, you saw him show the backhand. Great onslaught right there from Navratil. 3-4 drives just right in a row, just putting the pressure on Johnson.
My analysis seems to be J.W. Johnson's been playing well the whole time. He's been very consistent, not making a lot of errors. The difference is how well Navratil is playing. If Navratil is playing the way he wants to play, he's able to come out on top of some of these rallies, string those points together. Because it's just, you know, brilliant shots. If he's not, then JW, who's playing really consistently and well, is able to continue to move that scoreboard along.
Again, watch this drop shot here from Navratil, just out of the reach of J.W. Johnson. After 3 straight drives that Johnson couldn't really counter, Navratil changes the pace. Wow, Navratil just seems now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, just seems to have another gear, has some bounce in his step again.
Exactly, just it's coming and then going and coming and going. It's there's no rhyme or reason to it. That's why it's streaky.
There's the counter on the drive. So Johnson wasn't doing that on the last 3 or 4 points. No counters. And he finally counters the drive of Navratil and puts that away. But not before Navratil jumps right back in this match and ties it up at 4. Navratil's so nice with his telling J-Dub just wide, J-Dub.
Navratil just has to be hitting those shots so well to force that error from Johnson. Navratil hitting that ball back to Johnson, actually hit a really great shot, and he was like, oh. He's like, I should probably do that when it counts. Look at the hands.
2 of those balls, J.W. Johnson has no business getting back. Wow, absolutely incredible hands.
I have 4. Navratil takes a 1-point lead here in game 3.
Yeah, and he's
gorgeous two-handed backhand down the line. He gets to 6 first, so we will change ends. We'll see if this end change with this sort of built-in break works in the favor of Johnson, kind of stalling that momentum from Navratil that he's got right now.
So Navratil went down 4-1 and then rattles off 5 straight to go up 6-4 here on the end change. Great job by Navratil making the adjustment, getting hot again. Now it's just about keeping that pressure on, not taking the foot off the gas pedal and continuing to press and pressure the young J.W. Johnson. Now, the difference is J.W. Johnson going to be able to counter the Navratil drives if Navratil starts driving, continues to drive like that. He didn't, and that allowed Navratil to get back in it. Then all of a sudden on one point he did counter that and it stopped it. So I think that's the kind of difference where we're going to see if Johnson will counter the drives from Navratil.
And if the drives from Navratil continue to be as good as they are being.
There's a counter. Again, J-Dub not just blocking that ball. He counters it and does something with it. I think that's the difference right now. It's the X factor in the rest of this game. Way to be just nice and closed off. You watch J.W. Johnson just not break his wrist and just punch that ball two-handed right down the line.
See, that end change did indeed seem to break the momentum that Navratil had before that end change. Can he get it back before Johnson pulls away?
Oh, two-handed winner.
Not with shots like that.
Cross court here from J.W. Johnson. As you watch this setup, watch him step right into that. Beautiful two-hander from J.W. Johnson to take the lead. Timeout here possibly from Navratil. And there it is.
Again, if JW wins this game, it's still not over. It will force that new match to 15, as this is a double elimination format. So JW Johnson has lost once to Zane Navratil in the winner bracket final. Zane Navratil still undefeated in the day, so this would be his first loss in this 2 out of 3 match, which is then what triggers that new match to 15. That's a tiebreaker.
But that is the last thing on Navratil's mind right now. He wants to get this side out back and get back on track here, as he had a 6-4 lead here on the end change, but Johnson has come roaring back to take an 8-6 lead.
Navratil out of timeouts for this game. I believe Johnson still has 2 left.
Wow. Just pure reaction from J.W. Johnson, I think.
I mean, Navratil getting that last ball back, too. I think he thought it was done. And then Johnson with the hands. Navratil just stood there for about 10 full seconds just like, well, I thought I did everything I needed to do.
Again, that cut right there from Navratil on the backhand slice, creating that ball, some spin on that ball so it comes back towards the net, just out of reach of J.W. Johnson. That was the one right there. If he gets that one over, I think that one is trouble for Johnson. Fortunately, it hits the tape and comes back. And Johnson with the serve back in hand, up 9-6.
Wow, what a rally. Navratil.
Just scramble mode the whole time, but incredible balls able to get back and just stay in that point. But unfortunately here for Navratil, it is a match point here for Johnson.
And he gets it with that gorgeous two-handed backhand cross-court winner. We'll watch it one more time here. So our players will have up to 10 minutes before this new match to 15. I do not know if they will take the full amount. It will be up to them. So we will take a break, guys, but don't go anywhere. That final tiebreaker match to 15 between Zane Navratil and J.W. Johnson for the gold medal is coming up next. Welcome back, folks. We are seconds away from kicking off that final match of the day here on Singles Sunday at the APP Tours New Jersey Open. I am Lauren McLaughlin along with Dominic Catalano. And it has been such a fun weekend here in New Jersey. New location, new venue, new people. Always a great time.
Did you say new people?
New people? I did not. I said new people, but I appreciate the extra sponsor shout out. So Byron Frezzo chatting with our players. They have a new sort of coin toss, if you will, to start off this match. J.W. Johnson wins over Zane Navratil in the 2 out of 3 portion of our gold medal match. And because he was knocked down in our winner bracket final, we now have the final match here to decide our gold and silver medalists, while Byron Frezzo whips up the crowd into a frenzy here for our last match to 15. J.W. Johnson will be on our near end to start us off. Zane Navratil on the far end will receive first. Our players will switch ends at 8. This is just one match to 15 for all the marbles. And here we go.
Big drive to start off from J.W. Johnson. JW jumps out to a very quick 3-0 lead. Good hands on the first one from Zane Navratil, but unfortunately he can't really do anything with it.
I have honestly in the last couple tournaments really seen J.W. Johnson kind of take it up a notch. He's still, of course, just 18 years old, but he's just, you're seeing that evolution of his game still. And he's just playing more confidently, more aggressively. You can see it here. He's got a few more medals under his belt. I think really spurring him on.
Navratil needed that ball right there. He gets the love of the net right there and gets on the board. Needed something to go in his favor.
Oh, no. Oh, we got a kitchen regardless. JW falls into the kitchen after that. So Navratil answering here.
Passing shot of his own.
Oh, I thought that was hitting the fence, and then all of a sudden Navratil plays it. So
he was leaving nothing to chance right there and hit that cross-court winner. 4-0 run by Johnson to start, answered by a 3-0 run by Navratil. Make that a 4-0 run by Navratil as he adds to it. All square at 4.
We will switch ends at 8 in this match to 15.
So Johnson trying to cut that like Navratil does right there, but instead of cutting it, he gets too much sweet spot on it and hits it just wide of the sideline. Navratil takes the lead.
And there's that big yell out of Navratil that you see when he is feeling it, gets what he wants. Followed by that serve return unforced error from Johnson.
Good answer from J.W. Johnson as his 4-0 run is matched by a 7-0 run from Navratil. Great drop by Navratil. Good control. And trying to get the end change on his terms right here. That's a good serve.
That is the first one really that has given Johnson a lot of trouble. He's sent a couple long. That's the first one he hasn't been able to at least return over the net.
Yeah, and you could see that almost right off the bat as we're on the side of the court. You saw how deep that serve was going to be and got right in on Johnson. And Navratil on a run still of 8-0 after the 4-0 start from J.W. Johnson.
We'll see if he can continue that run here after our end change, or if, like in that game 3, Johnson is able to use it to his advantage to stall that momentum. Navratil has a lot of right now and try and get some back for himself. We have a nice dedicated crowd here watching our final match of the weekend to see these two top level men's single players. And they're getting a good show, Dom.
They are. They're getting that free game to 15. Again, that drop has been a killer. Every time Navratil's able to execute that, it's given Johnson fits.
Isn't that, it's just that, it's that backspin. Pulls it towards the net because he's there. Then he just can't place it how he wants to, and it sets Navratil up for that next shot. All right, so after a side out, after that end change, Johnson not able to do anything with it. And now Navratil back with the serve and stringing a few more points together here. Just low enough on the tape that it wasn't going to get that rollover. Good break for Johnson.
What a cut from Navratil now on the forehand. And again, it's all about that angle. Not many can do it as good as Zane when he creates those angles on the forehand and the backhand.
Stays in.
J.W. Johnson wanted to take that ball out of the air, and he decided and elected to let it bounce. When he did, it caused him more problems than anything. If he had that back, I know he'd like to take that out of the air and hit that ball flat down that line, which would have been open.
Just misses that, but so far Navratil is able to hold Johnson to 4 here. I think the crowd with bated breath waited to see the result of that because they didn't know until Zane basically threw up his hands to clap and congratulate Johnson on an unbelievable rally. And that brilliant rally gets Johnson off of 4 now.
I mean, when you can go ATP, ATP back to back, not on the same side, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're pretty good. Ooh. I love hearing all the shuffles of Zane Navratil, who takes about 100 steps to J.W. Johnson's 10. But it's part of his game, and we love him for it.
Good timeout here from Johnson as Navratil extends his lead to 6 here. 11-5 in the game to 15. For all of it here at the New Jersey Open.
Final match of the weekend. These boys are putting on a show to make sure we go out on a high note. Big thank you to everyone here in New Jersey who came and watched and got to see this awesome high-level pro pickleball for the first time ever in New Jersey. Heard a lot of people just say how amazing it is to see these pros play in person, because it's another thing to see it up close versus kind of on your screen where you can't really tell how fast these guys are moving, how quick the ball's moving. So it's been a pleasure being here in New Jersey. We are sadly minutes away from saying goodbye to you guys at home, but we'll be back in a few weeks. Labor Day weekend is the Chicago Open. That's our next stop, followed by Atlanta. First gonna crown our gold and silver medalists though here in men's pro singles. There's that drop with the backspin. Johnson's there, but then the ball kicks to the net and it just isn't where he thought it was gonna be. And Navratil's going to keep doing it until Johnson proves he can handle it. Oh, wow. What? Wow. Oh, my. The hands from J.W. Johnson. Look at that. Look at that. That was a save your life block right there from Johnson. Unbelievable hands.
Yeah, he had a backhand set, and the ball kind of traveled a little high on him, so he flips over and goes to a forehand.
12-5. Now just 2 points away. Navratil is from going home with that gold medal and avoiding that double dip. This is indeed our first gold medal match point here on Zane Navratil's paddle.
Not yet.
It's too good there from Johnson, who's going to fight to the very end. Kissed right on that first one. Extremely impressive pickup, but with that pickup, pops it up in the air and gives Johnson that second opportunity to easily put it away. Just long. Unfortunately, Johnson really needed to take advantage of that serving opportunity to put some points on the board here. We have a second gold medal match point. Oh no, he's only got 10 seconds. And he calls a timeout in order to avoid coming up.
Having to rush it because he'd have been rushing it.
Yep, doesn't want him to do that on that big point here. So a really smart job by Navratil. We've seen him a couple times when he goes for that spin, kind of gets away from him.
Not like that.
That was the first time it's really gotten away from him. So luckily he has that timeout to spare. Uses it here. And he's certainly hoping to not have to use it later on if Johnson able to get the ball back and go on a run here, but he won't have it now to use even if he wanted. So good timeout from Navratil, smart.
Yeah, and to start this game to 15 too was iffy. Johnson came out with a 4-0 run to start, but then Navratil answered with a 9-0 run of his own, and that's what's giving him this lead here.
And he gets it done as the sun is going down here in Hamilton, New Jersey. What an effort though from J.W. Johnson. Almost able to double dip Zane Navratil, but he hangs on, puts on a show here, goes over to the crowd, gives a big thank you for their support and for watching, and of course, a big thank you to Byron Frezzo as well. Dominic's going to head on over to the Franklin studio for our final interview of the day with our gold medalist, Zane Navratil. I am Lauren McLaughlin, and I just want to say thank you once again to all of our sponsors, volunteers, refs, spectators, Boxcar Productions, everybody in the booth here, Kyle Salenko, Randy Coleman, Ariel Butler, of course our players, everyone that's supporting the APP Tour. We really appreciate you guys, and these tournaments are so much fun. We love being here with you guys. So again, we'll be back in a few weeks for the Chicago Open, so hopefully plan to join us in person or online for that. But for now, we'll take a quick sponsored break. Dominic Catalano will be in the studio to send us off for the weekend, but I am Lauren McLaughlin signing off right now, and we'll see you next time.
Last time in the Franklin Pickleball studio here at the New Jersey Open, and I got gold medalist Zane Navratil with me. Zane, congratulations on a battle with J.W. Johnson.
Thanks, Dom. This might be the tamest interview you'll ever get out of me. I'm pretty beat.
Yeah. You've been sitting in this chair since the match ended. You've been back here for like 4 minutes just chilling.
Yeah, I've been drinking Coke and burping back here, so that's about it.
All right, go into that 2 out of 3. You guys split the first two, 11-8, 11-8. And then you go in the third, and he wins. JW wins 11-6. You got the game to 15 in your back pocket. He comes out up 4-0 in the game to 15. What changes? Because right after that 4-0 run by him, you put on a 9-0 run. What changed at the 4-0? Did you even realize you did that?
Well, I knew he got up 4-0. I don't know what the hell I did. I mean, singles is crazy like that. Like, he came out, he just hit a couple blistering passing shots. I think I made, I might have had one error in there that I felt like might not have been characteristic. And, it's a game of runs, clearly. I mean, I put together 9 after that, and he probably felt the same way. Like, 2 or 3 misses that might have been irregular for him, and then, a couple good shots from me. Singles do be like that sometimes, as the kids say these days.
Absolutely. Well, Zane, hey, congratulations. I'm not going to keep you too long. I've had you in the booth too much already this weekend.
I'm sure you're sick of me, and it's mutual. Trust me. Trust me.
I get it. You're absolutely beat, but hey, great weekend. You come out with 2 medals this weekend, right?
3.
Yeah. No, you medaled in mixed too.
I'm not too tired to give me to give my sponsors a shout out. No,
let's do it. Who you got?
Let's do it. Yeah, I've got Franklin. They're sponsoring the APP, the Franklin booth here. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. Duper, the rating system. I've got Therabody, a new sponsor of mine. I was using that massage gun in between games. My hips get all tight, and we can't be having that out here.
Don't forget about the kicks.
Well, of course not. Hey, I'm getting there, Dom. Don't jump the gun. Yeah, I've got these Wilson shoes that lasted me this whole tournament. So
one pair of shoes the whole tournament.
So I'm just messing around. I do put some serious damage. These were brand new. I destroyed the laces, but that's not their fault. That's not a them problem. That's definitely just a me problem. So yeah, no, got to say a big thank you to them because the shoe budget is pretty substantial.
I can imagine.
And I love these things. They're light and they do last me a decent amount. So.
All right. Anything else? Because we were talking about your shirt and you're like, I don't know if I can afford any more sponsors that look like a NASCAR. Earlier today.
There's room for Coca-Cola on there. That's about it.
All right. Well, Zane, congratulations, buddy. 3 medals this weekend. A well-deserved week off for you. We're going to take it from here. We're going to shut this down, take everything down, head out of here. And we want to thank all the sponsors for this tournament, all the volunteers, Boxcar Productions, myself, Lauren McLaughlin, Randy Coleman, Kyle Salenko, Ariel Butler, Randy. I already said Randy Coleman, didn't I?
I do have one more thing to say. I want to add on to that.
I got it. Ken Herman.
When you're done.
And we got everybody behind the scenes, Terry Hartley. Dana Joseph is here with us, pickleballtournaments.com, everybody involved, but you got one more to go?
Yeah, no, I wanted to say thank you to the volunteers here in New Jersey. This is pretty cool because this is a beautiful facility, and they said that the closest pro tournament to this had been the Cincinnati Open. And so they were very, very excited to have us here and very, very welcoming, very kind. It was awesome. So, yeah, I've got to say a big shout-out to everybody from the local Jersey community. So, yeah, that was awesome.
All right, well, we are signing off right now. We will see you guys. Next APP Tour stop is in Chicago at the Chicago Open. We will see you guys there. Thank you guys for everything this weekend.